Good afternoon and happy today's Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I was up late today and we went to the grocery store, which was honestly, guys, a hot mess. Because my dad actually had to work today, so he ended up going and he was only gone until like noon or something like that today. I pretty much slept until almost then anyway, so I didn't we didn't go to the grocery store obviously until after my dad got home from work, but I slept in too, which I was like, honestly guys, I've been going to bed so late. I was like, gosh darn it, I was like doing well and like was waking up early and everything like that, and I felt like I was getting stuff done, and then I get on this going to bed late again thing, and then I was like, okay, well normally what kind of helps reset me is like on the weekends, because like on Saturday we go to the grocery stores early in the morning and I have to get up early to go, so like I'm up super early. But when, like this weekend and probably a couple weekends in the near future, because my dad has to work on some Saturday mornings, like in the near future, then I won't be getting up early. So it's kind of frustrating that, like the other thing is too, because it's so busy. We try to go early Saturday mornings because there's a lot less people. But we hit today Aldi. Oh my gosh, guys. I didn't realize how packed our Aldi could get. Seriously, it like gives me actual anxiety when I go there because of how many people there are. Like, you are like, it's so claustrophobic too. Like, there's so many. We have a small Aldi compared to like I've seen and even been to other Aldis. They're huge. Seriously, guys. Ours is so itty bitty tiny. I think we have 3, maybe 4 lanes. I want to say 4. Like, it's such a small store. Seriously, ours is. And it's like in this strip mall. I've heard them say a lot of times though that I've heard from several of the actual employees talking about them, if they're supposed to be getting, like, I don't know if they're supposed to be getting an expansion or that they're going to be moving the Aldi possibly, because there is a plot like next to the Aldi, because the Aldi is in like this pretty big strip mall. So I mean, it's not huge though compared to like normal Aldis. And ours is again like this little 4-lane Aldi that is tiny, but it is so busy all the time. I don't know what's taken them so long, like over these past years, why it hasn't expanded, like they haven't bothered to make a newer, bigger Aldi. Like I said, I don't think that they can touch the strip mall because of that, so I don't know that they're going to actually expand onto the Aldi, or if they would build a new one and then sell the space that the Aldi is in right now. Because like I said, guys, today there was no room to bag our groceries at all. I mean, and we've, like, in the past sometimes, we ended up, I think, probably getting to Aldi because we went to Walmart and Menards as well. So I don't think we got to Aldi until maybe about like 2 o'clock, maybe sounds about right, 2:30 or something like that. Because I know, because we got back home at about 3 or 3:30, because then I watched the Bulls game, which had started at 2:30, and I didn't get to see the beginning of it. But that's besides the point, guys. I'm just trying to figure out when we actually were at Aldi, but I think it was maybe around 2 o'clock, and the aisles weren't super packed, but it was so busy bagging groceries and like in the lanes too. I have never seen them actually have, I think they ended up having 3 or 4 of the lanes were open. I think 3. There might have been one that still was closed. But there were still like probably about like 6 or so people in each lane, in each 3 lanes. That means there was 9 people in line, and then there was even more people coming. And like probably at one point there was probably closer to like 12. And then you have all these people that are bagging all their stuff, and again, it's only like a 4-lane Aldi, like in the like wide, so they end up like bagging their groceries on the like the countertop, if you guys have ever been to Aldi. And like seriously though, there was like probably another like 10 or plus people that were just bagging their groceries. Like I said, I've never gone during the like high rush hour. But I also think too, maybe because today is, you know, tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday, that most people are trying to get like their grocery shopping done and everything like that. But too, even in the past, like, because we'll go to, like last weekend we went to Walmart, we went to Valley Produce, Caputo's, Menards, maybe that was it, and then we went to Aldi. And so we probably didn't get to Aldi until like maybe about 1 o'clock or something like that, noon maybe. Between like 11 and 1, I would say, is when we normally go to Aldi, because we go that one last. And it's probably the busiest though, honestly. And so, like I said though, we'll normally like get there right at like right when it's going to start peaking, like at the busiest time. And so, I mean, seriously though, guys, it was crazy. And like I said, I think it has a little bit to do with maybe the Super Bowl being tomorrow as well. Like, people again are trying to get all their shopping done and whatnot, but it was so crazy busy. And so, like I said, I've heard from like different employees there that have said they're going to possibly be remodeling or you know, expanding the Aldi or something like that. But there is like a plot of land, there's a couple of plots of land like in the like block that Aldi is on, and there's a family video, but then there's like a lot of empty space that like there's like one little warehousey kind of thing that's there, but the rest of it is like, there's also like I don't know if it's a swamp or like kind of a marshy kind of thing behind the family video, but then there's just like an open, like there's like just grass and like this open field, and I'm pretty sure it's for sale. I don't know why they don't just buy it and put a new Aldi like right there, and then you know, they can, you know, just like I said, sell the space that the Aldi is in right now, which I know they did with one other Aldi too, that is again not the one we shop at, but one that is closer in our area. And they did that too. It used to be like an older, smaller Aldi, and now they upgraded it, and like they did it up all nice with like those cool like windows and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have seen like the newer upgraded Aldi, but ours is so small and it's still like the old like Aldi style kind of. Whereas like I said, I've seen newer styles and stuff like that, and just like even pictures too and stuff. But they're like a lot newer and nicer, and ours is still like really old because it's been there. I remember when they built it, I was again little, like we might have been living here for like a couple of years in this house, which we moved in here when I was 5, so maybe I was like maybe about 10 at like the most, I think. I can't really remember off the top of my head like the first time I ever went shopping there, but my mom used to shop at the other Aldi. It was just there was never one close enough to us, so we normally wouldn't go shopping at there. But then when they had one right down the street, we would go shopping there like all the time. So I want to say maybe around when I was like 10, maybe a little bit younger, possibly a little bit older, but somewhere around there. And so yeah, it was probably like 12 or so years old, anywhere from like 15 to like 10 years old. So yeah, it's like I said, decently old, and like they could use an upgrade, and especially because of how busy and packed it gets. But yeah, it was a headache today, guys. We did like I said, we went to Walmart, Menards, and then Aldi as well to get the last of our Super Bowl shopping done for the day. Or, you know, we did 2 stores yesterday, but we were able to get everything else we needed, and we'll have our little mini Super Bowl party, which I didn't go too overboard. I feel like a lot of stuff, but I'm also not going super overboard and like buying like 8 bags of like meatballs and stuff like that. I didn't buy 8 bags, but I think it was for Christmas or for something. Not New Year's, Christmas or Christmas, I think. I ended up like buying like 2 bags of meatballs. We ended up having like all kinds of other stuff, and like barely anybody ate it. So I kind of I didn't do a whole ton of stuff that I'm making, but I am doing just like things that, you know, and like making it on a smaller scale too, because like I said, Matthew won't even be here because he has to work tomorrow. And so then also his girlfriend won't be here, which I was like originally, before I knew he had to work, was kind of like, oh well, you know, it'll be like 6 people that are coming that are gonna be at our house, you know, us and Matthew's girlfriend. She won't be here, and then Matthew also has to work, like I said, so it's just gonna be Jack, my mom, and Dad that can eat meat. So I didn't really want to do a whole ton of stuff that was like meat based, so I'm doing wings, meatballs, and I think there was one other thing that had meat in it that I didn't think I was going to be able to eat, but those are the 2 for sure. Actually, that might be it. Just the wings and meatballs, and then oh, and also pigs in a blanket. and then me too, you know, so there's gonna be 4 people that are gonna be eating. So it's not like we need a whole ton of food, but it's kind of nice too, even if you're just doing like a smaller scale thing that you're celebrating with people, even if it's people from your house, to do like a nice little spread. And so like I told you guys, I was gonna do that, and then I'm also gonna do, I have leftover ravioli, the frozen ravioli from, I think I bought it near Christmas or something like that. I have 2 bags left over from that, and I'm going to use that for just do it like a ravioli bake. And then I am also going to do, I told you guys, the pigs in the blanket, and then I also got crescent rolls so that I can do the crescent roll like cheese stick things. I've showed you guys those in the past that I've done. And trying to think here, guys, what else? Oh, I just have guacamole and chips, and then also salsa and chips, and I've got just like Dean's dip, like ranch dip and chips, and I've got vegetables. I actually already cut up vegetables and dip for that as well. And then I think I told you guys most of the stuff that's going in the oven. And I think that that's it. Oh, I also made 2 different dips. I made a vegetarian chili dip with like vegetarian chili. I showed you guys, I think a couple, maybe 3 weeks ago, that I bought that Hormel chili that's vegetarian from Target. And so I did one of like a can of that with sour cream and then cheese over the top, and then I'm going to bake it. I already made it for like I made it earlier today, and I'm going to bake it then tomorrow, so I just left it in the fridge. And then the other one is a like 7-layer dip that I also pre-made. It's got refried beans, guacamole, salsa, sour cream, lettuce, tomato, olives. I think that's it. I think that was 7, right? And so that, and I'm gonna do that. I just pre-made that as well for tonight. So there's not a whole lot of stuff really that I have to make tomorrow, with the exception of, like I said, wings. All I have to do is throw the meatballs in the crock pot, and then I need to do the ravioli bake, which should be, honestly, just take me a couple minutes. I just have to pour like cheese and the stuff over that and bake that as well, and then make the pigs in the blanket and the crescent rolls in a blanket kind of thing, whatever they are, cheese in a blanket, and then I should honestly be like barely have anything else. I remember, I think it was like 2 years ago, I went like full, what was it, 2 or maybe 3 years ago, maybe it was the year the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl. I went like full out, guys. I remember I dirtied, I think, almost every single pan, pot, baking dish we possibly had in the house, and I was like, this is way too much food. Like, seriously, it fed us for like the next week. So like that's why I kind of wanted to scale back a little bit. So I didn't get a big thing of wings. I think I got like maybe about 2-3 pounds of wings, like not a lot, and they're bone-in wings too. And then, like I said, the meatballs, I just got 1 bag of meatballs. We have, like I said, just the 2 little things of, like, I think they're like 10 ounces or whatever ravioli, and then just the dip stuff, which honestly though, like the guacamole, the salsa was stuff that I had opened already to put in the 7-layer dip, so it's just going to be extra of the 7-layer dip. So that's why I was like, well, you know, if Jack wants salsa, because he might not like the guacamole, I don't think he likes guacamole, my dad doesn't really either, but like, so if they don't want the 7-layer dip, me and my mom can kind of have that more because we like it, and then they can just have like the salsa or whatever, you know, kind of thing. So I was kind of trying to think about like what's everybody kind of enjoy a little bit of, and go from there. So like I said, just a smaller little thing, but I got all of the shopping and all that kind of stuff done for today, guys. And then as soon as I got home, I got a splitting headache and was like, oh my gosh. I don't know what it was from. If it was, I took an ibuprofen. I don't know if it was because I didn't finish my coffee, or because I got too much sleep and my head was bothering me, because I've had that happen too. If I oversleep, I get a headache. So who knows though, guys. But yeah, it stopped bugging me, and then I was able to, like I said, get those dips ready so I don't have to do that tomorrow. And it's like anything that you can pre-make is good, because then it's one less thing that you have to do the day of and stuff. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm really not doing that much for the Super Bowl this year. My mom's gonna make brownies too, I think. Like, that's it. We just really are going easy this year, which is, some people, they're like, oh, we just order pizza or whatever, but I like to do appetizers. Like, appetizers are my favorite food, so whenever there's like, not a holiday, but like, you know, an event or something like that where I have an excuse to just make appetizers and eat them, I always will, because I love them. Honestly, it's probably my favorite do you categorize appetizers as a food category? But I probably would, like, as, you know, like, you know, cheese and that kind of stuff as appetizers for me. I don't like main courses, and I don't like, you know, soups and salads and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I do, but if I could pick, I like appetizers, because then you could have a little bit of everything instead of just, like, having to tie yourself down to one meal or something like that and be like, okay, well, you have to pick your entree or whatever. I'd be like, no, give me appetizers. Honestly, though, guys, when I've gone to restaurants sometimes, because there aren't a lot of vegetarian stuff at places, I will sometimes order just, like, can I just have, like, 2 or 3 appetizers? Like, I think maybe it was Chili's or something like that. I ordered, like, 2 appetizers and was like, I'm just gonna eat these because they're good. And 2, at the place Matthew works, they have fried zucchini, like zucchini fries, and they're the best thing ever. Seriously, guys, even though it's a pizza place and I love pizza, I'll eat pizza, but if it was like a place that was like a burger joint or something like that and I really didn't have any option to eat anything there, I probably would just order those and eat them. They're so stinking addictive, guys. I'm not even joking. Like, I asked Matthew, because he can bring something home every single day, like if he wants pizza or if he had a hamburger the other night just like to take home with him. And so I asked him, I was like, can you please get zucchini fries for me? Or, you know, the fried zucchini. I ask him that, like, every single time. He's like, no, because I don't like them and I don't want to eat them. So, but my mom and my dad and me is like, oh my gosh, guys, they are heavenly. Seriously. I've never had anything, like, taste that delicious. And honestly, though, I mean, it's fried, but it's zucchini. So it, like, makes it a little less, like, guilty. It makes me feel a little less guilty knowing I'm eating them because they are zucchini. So anyways, though, guys, I gotta get to bed so that I can get up early, finish up the last bit of cooking that I'll have to do for tomorrow. So I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.